Have you heard the one about children? All about babies and kids. And yes, I am a blonde now, so surprise. Well, look, I don't have any hacks. I have one child. I don't even know if I could say I am doing it and raising him in a successful way, but I am doing it. So, someone who grew up with parents that left, I oh this isn't gonna sound good, but I get it. Like I understand it's hard being a parent every single day. And how brave my mother must have been to have left and then like came back and like left and came back. And like she kept trying and she did keep coming back like weekend after weekend. And there's a whole new respect that I have for her because of that. But having kids is the weirdest experience you'll ever have in your whole entire life. It's the most beautiful thing, but it's people are always like, you'll never understand love until you have children. And I totally disagree with that. I have quite a few friends who have never had children. They totally understand love. They have a great capacity to love. And I don't think that that is the case. Children are mirrors to us in all ways, good, bad, and different. Everything you like, everything you dislike, every facial expression. It's like they almost absorb it and it becomes part of who they are. They don't have that capacity in the beginning, especially as babies, to even love you back. They can survive through you and probably appreciate that survival, but having like a love, you don't really get that or feel that for a while. And that's, I think, a hard journey to accept or to get on board with right away. The raising of children is a never ending journey of learning. So some of the things that I've come across through, just experience or Instagram memes, I don't know. Like it really is a lack of having a tribe in this generation. Well, in many generations. It's like we used to have a big family. And granted, like there are some cultures where there is a lot more family. But where I grew up, and for most of America, it is not a lot of tribe, not a lot of family, not a lot of backup. So it kind of does fall on the mom and the dad to do all these things. So I recognized for children, there is this independence that is needing to be pulled out of them. And then there is also this attention that is needed to be pushed into them. And constantly battling with, this child get enough attention? And did I give them enough independence? And it's hard with the independence for me. Like I can smother him with attention, but it's the getting him to be independent for Max is difficult because it's like I have to let go of control. I have to let go of timing. I have to let go of expectations. I've got to let go of myself because especially like if he's using a knife, I think that's the hardest. It's like you want to get in there and help him, but you also want to get in there and let him be. And it's hard, but children are so resilient, and it takes about 2 weeks to shift or change things with anybody. So things that I may be wanting to shift and change a habit of theirs or a habit of mine in the beginning, like say it's that they won't get out of your bed and it's time and you want them out of your bed, and in the beginning it's going to be very difficult to try and get them out and get them out and get them out, but it's like you've got to consistently do it if that's what you want, and then you can't back down, and it'll take about 2 weeks, but in the meantime, like it may be very difficult doing it in the beginning, but it'll save you so much strife and so much stress in the future. And that's what I have found with everything with children. Maybe a little heartache in the beginning, maybe a little back and forth, a fight, tension, stress, but it'll save you in the long run. Let's see. I wrote certain rights. Oh, you get certain rights as a child owner, or I guess a parent, a child owner. It's like you get the right to complain when nobody else can complain about your kid. That's something that I have found in this generation as well, is that there is a lot of complaining about our kids. And I don't think we need that. I don't think it benefits us, and I don't think it benefits them. But also, it's like we feel like we've gone through war, so we've got that right. But God forbid if anybody else says, "Ooh, your kid's a little off." Yeah, you can't say that about other people's kids. It's just you haven't earned the right. Because also, as a parent, you trying to curb certain personality traits while also keeping their personality. And I think that is the hard balance as well, because it's like you're not trying to make a clone of yourself or a clone of what you think is a perfect child. I mean, you could try, it's going to be really hard. But they're an human. They're their own entity. They are not you. And that's hard, especially, I guess, with gene pool and looking just like you. Sometimes, it is a little mini-me with people's children. But you have to remember that they are their own person. And that's where the independence comes in. And that's where, the balance of fighting your personal traumas. And I think that's where triggers come in. So being a mirror to these kids, it's going to show you your triggers. And your triggers are really just unhealed traumas from your childhood more than anything else. And there's always a reason we respond to children in a negative way. Either we complain, or we get very angry or irritated, or for me, it's irritation. Like I'm like, oh, what's our trigger? For me also is if he's not listening, what's my trigger? Why am I responding in such an emotional response to this kid? And this response is usually caused by the trauma, so of your own personal trauma. So what opportunity do we have to heal through these kids? And that's the biggest thing. Every relationship, and this is a relationship, it's a deep, beautiful relationship that you have with your child. It is the biggest opportunity to heal yourself, so therefore they can heal. And they don't have as much baggage as you, so it's a little easier for them to heal. Every relationship honors that healing if you go there. So for me, Max doesn't like to listen. Well, I didn't feel like I was listened to as a child. And so I go kicking and screaming at my own kid, acting like a kid, because I haven't healed my trauma. So that's one thing I think. It's like God wanted us to have kids. Like He wanted us to have kids. And I think a lot of it is because it's just another opportunity to heal your wounds. Being married is another opportunity to heal the wounds. And then a relationship with God is another opportunity to heal your wounds. And as we heal our wounds, It gives us room to heal others with our words, with our kindness, with our hope. And I feel like sometimes we are so compounded with our own past crap that we can't give to others. And that's where, the parenting gets to be a little, more difficult. And so bringing these reasons to life will help us, because I think some of the bitching and moaning that parents do of like, oh, I don't know myself, I don't know who I am anymore, I lost my life. It's like, yes, it's growing pains. Maybe the loss of our identity of who we were is really just growing pains of who we are becoming. Because yeah, you're supposed to lose your life as who you were to become this parent, because now this is going to sound bad, but you're living for your child. And that's okay. It's it's a metamorphosis to live for someone else. And yes, I still stay grounded and do what I need to do to, put on your own mask before you put on theirs, whatever. But you are supposed to kind of whittle down and open up the life for someone new and lose yourself. It's a different perspective, because when something dies, that is a time for rebirth. So consistently dying and dying and dying to be reborn. Yeah, that's parenthood, I guess. Well, I do have a poem. I had a poem before with, who was it? My grandma. So this is a poem that I wrote about Max. And then I probably have a poem about my mom too, but I wanted to, do a little something different. This one is called Rain. All right. We wake up late to a rumble outside. Water boom wake up, he calls it. I grab my boy's hand and boots on foot. We walk along the path, making the sidewalk sneeze. His fingers so small we can't interlace. His warmth is real and his love is strong. Today we are late. What luck the school is so close. My mind reels with what I need to accomplish after he has left my grasp. Look, the sun takes time to wake up too, just like you, Mommy. Maybe the sun is a girl and the moon is a boy. Yes, and perhaps they are in love. I say this mostly to entertain myself. No response expected. He has already moved on. My hand is pulled with a jerk, which grounds me to my soles. I watch his unsteady steps, disorganized movements, and I smile. I keep these visions deep in my pocket, Zuzu's petals. I'll smell their sweetness on darker days. Look, I say, the trees are waving hello. The winds embrace him, lifting his rain jacket. He looks bigger than his truth. The branch of every tree hugging in, sneaking a peek at the mother and son. Hurry now, we gotta go. We splash one big puddle together as we arrive. He delivers a kiss with a bye-bye, Mommy. He escapes my hand. What luck we are so close. What luck. So, I don't know if it is luck or if it's just what is meant to be. But like from my past videos, Max is supposed to be my kid. He was always supposed to be my kid. It's supposed to be our kid, Josh and my kid. And the people that become parents are supposed to be parents. The people aren't. And just because I was given this opportunity to parent and heal doesn't make it any greater or any more powerful than any other opportunity to heal. It's not to dismiss anybody's life. But if you want a parent, it's a pretty good gig.